Warning: Me Time and Murder is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Oh, for God's sake, here
Dancing
it goes.
around him, reciting poetry. Yes.
Oh my God! That's crazy.
No. Why? Oh, well, big surprise.
Oh God. Dead on the bathroom floor.
Did it? Okay. Oh.
Huh?
I forgot we were recording this, so cut all of that out. It's crap.
Okay. Right, let's see. So, Tres, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Pucka Love, a heartwarming touch of organic rose, chamomile and lavender. It's really pretty pink packaging, super girly and super appropriate because we are recording on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day!
Yes, very romantic.
I hope everyone enjoyed the Killer Dates episode. Mm-hmm. I don't know when this episode is going to be released, so
this is going to be released like a month after.
Okay. Hi everyone.
This is Valentine's Day
This
when
is
we're
Valentine's
recording.
Day.
I am drinking Pucka 3 Ginger. What about your me time?
I am doing a little bit of Kaolin Clay for my me time. Mm-hmm. It's a mask by the Inky List. Mm-hmm. I've always loved Kaolin Clay, and it's hard to find a mask that doesn't have like. Sometimes I just want the Kaolin Clay. Like you can buy a bag of like Kaolin Clay, like just the powder, and just add the water to yourself to the mask and make your own mask. But it's a bit of a faff. I like how this is in a squeezy tube. There's no mess, but you know you want one with kind of like minimal ingredients. So I like this one, and it's been recommended by a lot of dermatologists that I follow. What about you? Nice. What are you doing for your me time?
I am wearing the Clinique All About Eyes eye mask, and sometimes I just like put it on like half of my face and just like put it everywhere because like when I wake up in the morning, it's always I look very smooth.
Is it like it's like from a tube? Is it you squeeze it out?
No, it's like a little pot.
Oh, it's a pot. Okay.
You know there is it Hydro Boost or something they have?
I know what you're on about. A very nice package in that range.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck is it? It's they got
Moisture Surge.
Yeah, they got on the hyaluronic acid train like everybody else did.
Okay, so today, Trez, we are going to, since it's like Valentine's Day, it's not really, I don't know, maybe it's a theme, I don't know, but we're going to talk about Kate O'Flaherty's love life. Sort of.
Who's Kate O'Flaherty? Should I know that?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm going to go through her little story. In 2019, 20-year-old Kate O'Flaherty from Ireland joined a mental health group on Twitter. It was a private, closed group and only consisted of around 45 members, most of whom had never met nor knew each other. And this was like the whole point. The whole point was that you can say what you want or what you're feeling without it getting back to somebody that like AA, that anonymous thing is like yeah. So according to Kate, it was a small, safe, trusting, sharing environment where people felt really safe and they were very supportive of each other. So she's in this group for a few weeks, and then she is privately messaged by a young man from the group.
Okay.
Cillian O'Donnell.
Okay.
Cillian lived in Glasgow. He was 23 and attractive. There is photos. The photos will be on the drive.
Excited.
The photos will be on the Instagram. He is tall, lean. He's got thick blonde hair. He supports the Celtics. Yay!
Wait, is Kate also living in Glasgow?
He lives in Glasgow. She lives in Ireland.
Oh, sorry, Kate's in Ireland. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the group is for.
Huh?
The group is for just
mental health, like
just
people,
general stuff.
I think so. Okay. Yeah, he plays the guitar and he's also a vegan. Just like
there's too many good things going on there as a red flag.
Red flag. Oh no!
You gotta have a couple of imperfect things.
But just like Kate, he was also dealing with mental health issues, so they had plenty to talk about. Mm-hmm. He had a very active life and they were both able to share their feelings with each other, so they hit it off right away. Kate normally had difficulty in relationships as the people she dated didn't really seem to understand her mental health struggles.
Mm-hmm.
But when she was talking to Cillian, who also struggled with the same things, she felt a lot of trust, a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
This is all through Twitter. So soon enough, the pair swap phone numbers and begin texting each other. Texting. Soon, this turned into telephone calls.
Mm.
Over the next few weeks, these telephone calls got longer and more frequent. Most days, their conversations would last for hours. And 6 weeks later, Cillian popped the L word.
Okay. Via telephone. Yeah, I think I'd be a little bit freaked out by that. You haven't even met the person.
Uh-huh.
Although I know it can happen.
And Kate said she loved him too.
Ah. But we all know this isn't going to work out, so...
Oh, really? Where do you foresee this going?
This is probably sexist, but I feel like Cillian's going to go mental.
Cillian?
Well, yeah. Well, like, you've set it up that Kate's the protagonist, but maybe she's not. Maybe you've done that on purpose, but...
Oh, I'm a sneaky sneak.
Mm-hmm. Can't trust you, so I don't know. We'll see.
Cillian began writing songs for Kate because he plays the guitar. And he would send her over the internet the MP3 recordings. And obviously she was thrilled with this. He would also send her throughout the days, weeks and months, pictures of what he was doing with his friends and just activities and, stuff like that as they spoke. They've met online, they fell in love. What happens next? They live in 2 different places. What happens next? What do you have to do?
Someone's gotta make the move.
You gotta make the move. You need to meet up.
Uh-huh.
Cillian and Kate arranged for him to fly to Dublin. The young couple were so excited. He was so excited he even took a screenshot on his computer, sent her, look at the flight, it's all booked, I'm ready to go. Kate had everything planned. Her and her family and friends, they all knew about Cillian. They all had spoke to him. They all heard about him. They seen the pictures. They were so excited and looking forward to meeting this amazing person who Kate was so in love with.
So, sorry to stop you, but I feel like this is going down a catfishing route of Cillian is too perfect. Have they had Skype calls? Has she seen him on camera? Do you know about that? Whether she has?
I don't think
You don't
so.
think? Okay. Yeah, because I mean pictures aren't enough. So okay.
Just before he was due to arrive in Dublin, he called Kate and said, I'm not coming.
Oh no, I really hope this isn't one of these things where it's when the person gains their trust and then they start asking them to send them money and stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to be I couldn't afford or whatever, something. Oh, they always say my family member was in an accident. That's always
oh, it's always something really dramatic.
Yeah, that that's why I couldn't go, but it's also why I need money. It's it's always something like that. Oh God, no.
So Kate was devastated that he couldn't come visit, so they rearranged, but the plans fell through again.
Mm-hmm. What age is Kate?
Kate's 20. She is
Kate.
What?
I was thinking she's a bit older and, really looking for love and really,
Oh, you thought she was maybe a bit more desperate.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah. Your 20s.
Oh, she's 20 and she's...
plenty of men around. There's plenty of ways to meet men. She's probably... Is she at college or
I think she was working.
Well, even at work and work dues and going out. There's... But I know this was because of the whole mental health thing that she felt she couldn't connect with people, but come on.
Yeah. So the plans fall through again, and this happened 4 times.
No.
Mm-hmm. Where they would plan to meet... But life and responsibilities would happen and the plans would fall through. Kate said that she was starting to get frustrated and would complain to Cillian. But Cillian was getting very good at flipping it, saying that you're being selfish. Why don't you just come to Scotland?
Oh God, no, don't go, Kate.
But she was just no, I want you to come to Dublin.
If it was me, I definitely want to go to Scotland. I'd be hell yeah.
Yeah.
Unless she doesn't have that money as a 20-year-old, but
You see, when you're 20, a flight to Scotland is expensive.
Yeah.
It's what, £100?
I can't remember,
€100?
but I'd definitely be up for going.
If you're like 20 though and you're working part-time, I don't know. Well, she
wages.
She didn't want to go, or she couldn't go. So Kate gets sucked into this vicious, well, it's not vicious, she just gets sucked into this cycle where Killian says he's going to come visit, and it gives Kate something to look forward to. Yeah. Like, oh, he's going to come in like a week or two. She can plan like where they're going to go eat, what they're going to do, what they're going to see, who he's going to meet, and she can fantasize and daydream about all this. But then the plans would fall through and she's devastated again. So for weeks she was going through this like ups and downs.
Awful.
So it sounds like she was stuck in this pretty shitty cycle. For me, if this happened like again and again and again, I think I would be like, nah, you know what, let's just call it a day. Let's just end this. Like,
I know
we're never going to meet. I would.
I know you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you say, we don't really know enough about Kate. Like maybe this is the first kind of significant connection she's had with someone, and then there's her mental state, and I feel like she might really rely on him for that support.
Yes. So that's what I was thinking, that like one of the reasons why she's so forgiving is because they're still talking for hours and hours every single day.
Yeah, which is probably helping her.
There was a little bit of, what's that called again?
Codependency,
I think. He would share his lows and she would build him up, and she would share her lows and he would build her up. Okay. This is going on for like a few months. Again, Killian is planning to fly to Dublin, but this time he cancels because he's got great fucking news. He has finally been discovered.
Oh my God.
A record label wants to sign him. He's moving to London.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, Killian.
So this is another reason why he can't come to Ireland. A month goes by and Killian contacts Kate and to say that he feels really shitty, that like he is having a negative impact on her life, and that, you know, maybe it's just best to end it. So Killian's like, let's just call this a day.
Oh, okay.
And Kate, who was also feeling the same way, like all these ups and downs, it's just not going to work out. So she says, thank you for being very respectful of my feelings, and I had a good time with you. I think that, yeah, we should just end it and just leave it. So they like sort of have like a very amicable breakup. However, a few nights later, Kate is on a night out partying with some of her friends when she sees she has a bunch of missed calls from Killian.
Oh no, oh God, no.
At about 4 a.m, Kate answered the call. It was Killian saying, I love you, I miss you, and I can't live my life without you.
Oh no.
Kate said, no, look, it's definitely over. I'll speak to you tomorrow. To which Killian said, no, I'm going to change my number tomorrow, and hung up.
Okay.
So the next morning, Kate, she tries messaging and calling Killian to check in what's going on, as she's like, you're being dramatic, is everything okay? But she couldn't get through to him. He changed his number, and he like blocked her on Twitter, and there's no way, and on Facebook and everything, there's no way for her to like get in contact with him. When one of Kate's friends says to her, have you seen Killian's Twitter page?
Oh God, no, I'm so scared.
And Kate was like, no, I haven't, he's blocked me, sure. So Kate's friend told Kate, sit down, take a deep breath,
oh God,
be calm.
Oh God, I'm freaking out. This is not happening to me, but I'm freaking out.
What do you think it is?
Oh God, I really hope he hasn't killed himself.
Yeah. Her friend sent her screenshots of tweets posted by Killian's sister. Killian had passed away.
No!
He had taken...
Fuck.
No!
Excuse my language. No.
He had taken his own life.
Mariam, why'd you do this case? This is such a bummer.
It's a bummer. It's Valentine's Day. Fuck Valentine's Day, man.
Oh, this relationship has not worked out. I wanted it just to be a good old-fashioned catfishing. I do think it still was a catfish, though. I don't think he's this blue-eyed, blonde-hair, perfect boy.
That's my boyfriend. He's blonde hair and blue eyes.
In fairness, when you were describing him and he plays the guitar, I was like, is this you and Jaren?
Yeah. Okay, it's Jaren. It's me and Jaren.
So his sister tweeted from his account on his behalf.
Yeah. Okay. To say, if you're going to come to the funeral, please message me privately.
Oh my God. Could you imagine saying that?
So Kate was devastated. Oh my God, this is all my fault. Can't believe it.
No, girl. No, it's not.
Kate goes home, tells her mom, and they both are like in tears because the mom had been, you know, riding these waves with her, hearing everything about Killian and stuff like that.
I have watched a lot of Catfish, the TV show. I'm sure everybody knows what that is. So I'm thinking Killian never existed. Killian's sister made Killian up. In fact, maybe Killian's sister is Killian. Killian is a man, because obviously it's a male voice, has been on the phone, most likely. It's a male. And they made up Killian. They've made up his death. Oh yeah, I'm onto this. I could be totally off, but I love Catfish. I used to watch it like every Saturday morning, and Dad would be like, "Why do you watch this? It's the same formula every time." You know every it's going to be a catfish. It's called Catfish. I was like, I just love it.
Every time you watch it, you're like, oh,
I can't believe it. Oh my God, that was her best friend did that to her. Like, I love it. I love it.
Though I did like the twist like that, where it was like the friend the whole time. It's like, oh,
they're like best friend, who even would be on the show and would be interviewed and be like so like compassionate and worried about their friend, and it's them, and you're like, oh my God,
like,
I love.
Oh bitch, what a bitch.
What a psycho. How could they keep those like their straight face and just whoa.
Like, because like you can understand like a person in one country picking on a person in another, just like
there's like a distance.
But it's just like when it's somebody you know, Catfish,
and you're meeting every day and talking through,
and then you're telling them about how excited and how romantic he is and all this here.
That's another level. How could you keep a straight face? I don't know.
So her and the mum are crying, and the mum's like, okay, go get some sleep. We will book flights tomorrow and we'll find a way to like pay our respect. We'll go to Scotland.
Go to this fake funeral. Okay, I'm going to feel really bad if he is a real person. I just watched too many. Okay.
However, Kate's friend, remember the one who found the Twitter tweet?
Oh my God, should we be suspicious of her? Okay.
Kate.
Trust nobody.
You don't trust anyone.
No, everyone is suspicious. Even the mother. She's trying to help her daughter. Okay.
Oh God. So Kate's friend was super suspicious. She's like, something is up. So Kate's friend Shazammed some of the MP3 recordings that Killian had sent Kate.
Yes, go girl. I mean, that's what you have. You have to reverse Google search everything. The pictures, the music, addresses, phone numbers. Come on.
Oh yeah, I agree. And what did she find when she Shazammed the music?
It was some artist on SoundCloud or something.
Yeah, it was a very little unknown, hardly any views artist on Spotify. Not Killian.
Wait a minute.
And it wasn't Killian.
Yeah.
It was some other dude.
Yeah.
So Kate's friend did a little bit more digging. So she was able to contact a woman on social media who Killian said was his ex-girlfriend. You know, like, oh, I'm so upset that me and my ex-girlfriend don't talk anymore. Kate's friend was able to like find her. Kate's friend, the sleuth, I've called her.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, awesome girl. Found her and sent a photo and messaged the ex. Does this guy live in Glasgow and is a vegan, age 23 and a big Celtic fan? The girl responded, that's not a real person.
Oh my God.
Dun dun dun. So Kate's friend, the sleuth, and Kate, they start talking to this girl, and she says that Killian had been catfishing her for over a year.
No.
Yeah. And then the ex sends through the woman's name.
It's a woman.
Yeah, Killian is a woman.
Wait, but how do you get the male voice on the phone?
Yes, so in the interview that Kate did with the Glasgow Times, she was like, I was definitely talking to a man on the phone. She was sure of it. Unless she got somebody to do it for her.
I know, but then that's so messed up. I know sometimes on Catfish it's like their brother does it or something. And you're like, what is wrong with you? Or their cousin or something.
Yeah.
Unless it was a lady with a deep voice. It's possible.
I'm sure you could do it if you tried hard enough. Through further sleuthing, Kate and her friend were able to find where this catfish lived.
Oh, yeah.
Ballystone in a suburb of Glasgow. So they were from Glasgow because she probably had that accent.
Mm-hmm.
So Kate and the friend, they hop on a plane and off they go to Glasgow.
Finally go.
So when they go to the catfish's home, in the pictures, there's not that many pictures, but there's a few pictures. You can see it's just a very small working class home in like a council estate.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes up and she bangs on the front door. And the door is answered by an older man.
Okay.
He tells the girls that he is the catfish's father.
Oh, God.
So, and the girls told him this like elaborate fraud that his daughter was pulling on her and like these
they
other
just went
girls.
and told him.
Yeah, it's ballsy.
Yeah. You don't know how he's going to react, like.
I know, right?
Okay.
The man at the door, apparently the father,
Okay.
said that his daughter was also 20, but was unable to come to the door because she was currently in bed sick.
Oh, dear. That's not a good sign.
So the girls were like, okay, fine. They went back to their hotel and they're like, nah. So the next day, they went back to the house, banged on the door again. This time, Daddy Catfish told them, oh my God, she's so sick, she had to go to hospital.
What?
To which the infuriated Kate and her sleuth friend retorted, then who is that sitting in the front living room?
Oh, God.
She was in the living, like, you know, with these small council houses, the living room is always in the front.
Yeah.
And you just basically like look.
Yeah.
And you can see right in. They were like, who's that?
Oh, my God.
But Daddy Catfish, he just shut the door. And he never apologised or acknowledged his daughter's actions.
Oh, God.
Although, as Kate pointed out, he also didn't deny any of these actions.
Okay. It's possible that he wouldn't know what's going on. It's going on because it's all done online, but I feel like he has a loyalty towards the daughter, obviously, even though she's cray-cray. Well, I mean,
he told these
she
like,
probably
people
has
that she was in hospital.
Illness.
She
problems.
might. But then why wouldn't you just say, look, she has mental health problems, I'm really sorry, you know, that you came all this way and she put you through all these problems. Yeah. But he lied.
Yeah,
she wasn't in hospital.
Why is he protect? Yeah.
So Kate and the sleuth friend, they could see that they weren't going to get any further, so they just flew back to Dublin. Since then, Kate has tried and failed to get in touch with the catfish to ask for an explanation. Yeah, but nothing. She also can't find the man in the photos that she was sent during the scam. She doesn't know who that person is.
Really? So nothing's coming up when they put them into Google?
Yeah, nothing. Can't find it.
Weird.
Kate says it's messed her up when it comes to like trusting friends, especially ones that she makes online. Whereas in the past she would have, you know, been friendly with people on Twitter or Facebook, and now she's very skeptical.
Oh. She just never gets to actually talk to this.
The catfish, no.
Oh.
I think Kate also mentions in the article, she says that she thinks that people are very prejudiced towards her because they're saying, you're so naive, how could you let this happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
So she had to go to a counsellor to help her to like sort of talk it all out.
Sometimes I'm like, what is their motive? Like, I understand the whole like best friend has like, you know, wants revenge for something, but this is a total stranger doing it to another total stranger. I can't understand that.
I think the catfish is just bored.
Bored? Yeah, I was just going to say bored, yeah.
Or escaping, like, you know, life or something. In the article it says that to remember to rely on your instincts and to be careful of giving out personal details. But then I was just like, excuse me, some people don't have these instincts.
Yeah,
like,
I was just going to say
that is not advice. I was like, have you never seen the show Catfish? That is victim blaming.
It's putting an onus on her. Instincts. Some people don't have emotional intelligence, social intelligence.
Yes.
You know, and there are people who literally are born without it, and you know, perhaps you know, you can't. Not everybody is the same and can pick up on these things. So it's really devious to do that to people.
So many people as well, especially young people, and sometimes like immature people, which can be at any age. You can be immature at any age. Like, people are just like, oh, I have a feeling, a gut feeling, and the gut feeling is like butterflies, or it's like, you know, they're in love and their heart skips a beat. It's just like, that's not an instinct. You know, like, An instinct is like a mind thing.
Especially if it's the first time they're having those feelings. If you're that young, it is hard to interpret them correctly and to know what they are.
Yeah.
100%.
You should do what they do on the TV show. Do like the whole, you have to have Skype. You have to have like things like write this specific sentence, like, and show it to me. Like, you have to do all these like.
That's what there needs to be, specific guidelines and advice. Like you say, get really specific, because we're interested in crime, so we know these little tricks. But your normal person, they don't think about.
They don't know,
and they're not paranoid. Like we're paranoid.
Yeah, like us.
But most people aren't, especially at that age. You are fairly trusting, you know.
Give out real instructions, you know, advice here.
Definitely, like, educating in schools and telling people, you know. Well, I'd say they're doing that, especially from a sort of paedophilia perspective as well. That's a whole, you know, but it is in the same sort of territory. You know, you don't just trust people. It is. I'd say the kids growing up today, I would hope, are much more educated on that type of. I feel like our generation really wasn't at all.
Because it all happened so fast, our teachers couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah.
I was like looking for like podcasts to listen to, and I was like, I want something different, like content focused. And then like I was on Wondery, because like I love the way like Wondery is very story orientated, and I was like, oh my god, Catfish and Wondery have joined forces. I was like, oh my god, and I freaked out. Catfish on a podcast, and I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm so excited. Put it on, listen to it, and me and Jaren used to love watching Catfish. We used to watch it like every afternoon after work. You know what? You don't even need Catfish to be visual. Like, why does it need to be on MTV? It could be a podcast.
It translated well, did it?
But no, don't get excited and start looking for Catfish, because the first episode, I just happened to have never seen. It isn't a recording. It isn't a podcast. They've just stripped the audio.
Stop.
From the TV show.
Oh, stop. That's so lazy.
It's so lazy. Because I like the first one, I happened to have never seen it. The second one, I was like, this is really familiar.
Oh.
I was like, listen to it, and I was like, yeah, this guy, he turns out to be the real guy. He's not a catfish.
No.
It's like, yeah. And then I was like, okay, maybe they've spliced in some from the show. Next episode, all from the show. I was like, you fucking kidding me? This is all just audio stripped. So don't listen to it. Don't listen. There's no point. No point.
Well, listen if you haven't watched any of the show, but then I would also say maybe just watch the show. I like the reveal of, this is awful, but what the person actually physically looks like. That's usually the most jarring thing.
It's usually just like so different.
A different gender.
The persona.
And that's the kind of shock factor, I guess.
But that's why I was like, that's it. I'm gonna do a Catfish episode. So I was like, this is.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, don't listen to it. If you're like me and you've seen just about every episode, there's no point.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on the next one. Slánawálja.
Bye.
Me Time and Murder would like to thank and acknowledge our sources that make this podcast possible. References can be found on our Instagram page.